Hello, I am Patricia McNeely. I am an illumined Blu-ray twin flame, and thank you for getting the 2015 first webinar of the year, A Time of Miracles and Dreams Come True. Now, the thing that I would like to demonstrate for you, I'm going to have a couple videos to support the webinar. This is going to be getting yourself into a relaxed mode. Also, how to pulse, because this is going to be important going forward, particularly for this entire year. And it is very important for your union. It's important for your own physical well-being as well. And there will be down the line where we do build on it. So this is sort of a primer. This is basic information. Some of you may be doing some of this very naturally. So I hope to enhance the process for you or confirm for you what you really do know. So we will now assume that you've either come home from work, come home from shopping, come home from the mall. People are going to be at different places with how much external energies that they will be able to handle. And by no means are you intended to handle everything or continue to transmute or vacuum off people, their stuff, the things that they have not worked on. There will be people continuing to awaken at a different pace or speed than you. It's important for you to focus solely on yourself first and upon your union and also on your beloved in that order, because whatever you do for yourself, in loving yourself, in self-care, self-comfort, this will pay you back tenfold with your beloved. It will also mirror a reflection of that to them in two ways, where they are able to mirror your actions, but they are also able to feel the effects of what you are doing. Now, a couple of the areas that are particularly affected, of course, there is the head, the heart, and the sacred sexual area. So that is the entire pelvic region from the belly button to the upper thighs. Also on the back, from the lower back to the back part of the upper thighs. Now, there is a reason for this. The reason is that everything is moving upwards. So everything is disconnecting from the old 3D, lower 4D earth connections, and you are being connected to your new earth connections, also your cosmic, galactic, and for some people already, their universal chakra connections. Now, it's connected to this body, within the body, so it will feel both internal and external at times. It may feel as though the surface of your angelic light body is out a couple of inches. There are people who are feeling overextended in certain areas, or perhaps their twin has been very busy and the twin is the one overextending or overutilizing some part. Not understanding. There is not always a comprehension on the other side, and as time goes by here, the mental comprehension is giving way to a heart knowingness. The next thing that is important to know is that as the pressure is on to bring people together, this year will bring about a shift, which is bringing it very much more internally. People who have sometimes not known what to do will suddenly find that they do know what to do. My video and my webinar series are intended to give you further edification on really simply how to do things. This is intended for young, old, everyone in between. the entire spectrum of sexuality, male bodies, female bodies, LGBT, everybody. So where we are going to start with is an assumption that either you or your beloved have been at work. Now, if you are at work, if you're at a busy office, if you're in a situation that is requiring you to use quite a bit of your mental process, and there is a transition going on where everything is detaching from your old mental connections, the mental and emotional body, along with the damaged psyche and the ego, is giving people quite a bit of trouble these days and throwing them for a loop. The connections are also in the solar plexus area. So you will feel it top side, middle, and lower, and perhaps in other parts of your body, particularly the back and the hips area. Now, the tendency towards overanalysis, mentalizing this connection, is giving a lot of people a struggle. So there is an importance in coming out of your head and into your heart. And I'd like to show you how to do that. So the very first thing that you would do is when you come home, you wouldn't necessarily want to turn on the television or, grab a newspaper and start reading it. What would be most beneficial to you is to get rest for anywhere from 3 minutes to, it can be up to 30 to 40 minutes, depending upon what you're integrating, what you're adjusting. But at any given time that you come home, particularly from a busy place or where there's a lot of frenetic energy, take some time to lay down. So you would lay down and you would get as still as possible. Now, your ability to keep your physical body still is important here, because the internal body will be clearing and it will be making connections. For some of you, you will have sensations as though it feels like the ears are popping, or an alleviation, or something gets lighter, or something gets unclicked from you. All of those are valid, whatever way you receive it. But the main point here is to get still, lay on your back, and it can be anywhere, but it's important that you've set up pretty much a safe place to do this. A place where you are continuing to clean it. If it is something like this or the sofa, we wipe that down at least once a week with cleaners. We do also move things. Moving the furniture does help to move and dissipate energies. There is a very much importance to not keeping anything stagnant. Stagnant energy will hold things and keep it stuck. And it's important to break old patterns and habits and break the stagnation. You create movement, you create change, sometimes simply by breaking things up and changing the stagnation of, it could be a place, it could be an object. If you have old furniture, consider replacing some of it or getting something else, or get it professionally cleaned. At the very least, do something to it. Get a cleaner with, some kind of an oil in it that's very pleasing to you, and lighten it up a bit. Air it out if possible. If there's removable pillows, air things out. And I realize we're in winter as I'm recording this. This may be difficult, but just simply putting things outside for a short time will do a world of good for how you feel. So once you've gotten still, and it's important to breathe, you will be breathing in and out of your mouth primarily. It's going to be all of the areas that you kiss each other. So it will be feeling as though your head clears by the brow, the temples, the mouth, the throat, the ears, etc., the upper chest. You may feel other parts of you. If you feel prompted by your body, you may choose to lay on your side. But another important thing to do is, particularly if you've eaten out, if you've eaten carry out, if you've eaten at a restaurant, a family gathering. It doesn't matter what it is. Lay on your stomach, and that will alleviate quite a bit. Now, some of my previous videos, I have given some specific instructions on how to hold in position and breathe with your body. Each of my webinars with the videos build on each other. And laying on your stomach is going to allow you to recharge your back of the heart chakras. So the areas here, your wing bones, your shoulders, and the hips. And you just sort of get still. You can hold your body like this. You can tilt your head to one side or to the other side. As you do this, you will find that things will alleviate very naturally, and your own body will actually feel refreshed. Now, one of the other things that's important to know is as you are out in the world, you may feel as though either you or your twin, you might sense it as being overextended. It's not always overextended. It can be attributable to sexual flirtations. It can be attributable to overwork. It can be attributable to the situation that they're in if someone is arguing with them. For example, if your twin is married in a marital or a live-in relationship, they may be breaking that up, and you can feel the arguments. Pains around the mouth, and this will show up in other ways. It will be things like yeast infections, pains, oral pain. Many times it will be pains in the private area, in the vagina, in the uterus, in the penis, in the testicles. And how do you alleviate this? Well, it's going to be very simple. We are actually at a time now where the simplicity of this has been greatly expanded, and it's available for more people regardless of what they've been doing. And this is thanks in large part to the hard work of many people who've been prototypers and who've been practicing and sort of scaling it into a really user-friendly way of doing that. And I do get this information. I've been doing it. I've been doing things for almost 2 years. But now is the time where more people can actually utilize this and feel themselves. That's the real key. Feeling your internal parts. And I don't just mean an organ that hurts. I mean feeling your angelic light body. So, again, and I'm going to stand up here. It originates here in the sacred sexual area, particularly the muscle that is right here. That is called the PC muscle, or the pubococcygeus muscle. Pubococcygeus muscle. It is a muscle that extends from the pubic bone to the tailbone. It's in both males and females. Now, many people are aware of this muscle. It is the muscle that you use when you go to the bathroom and you urinate, and you have to hold your urine. And some people practice with it. Some people practice tightening and holding their urine. Other people don't. For other people, it has not made a hill of beans in terms of tightening up their bladder, how many times that they've practiced this. But here is the key for you. All of your divine connections to many levels are a pinpoint of connection right at that spot. And also particularly on the glands of the penis in males and the clitoris in females. Now, both of those spots, even though they may be this big or, you know, the size of 2 fingers, this has millions of pinpoint connections, some of them so minuscule that you wouldn't be able to really identify it as a nerve ending or a part of a nerve. These are parts of the central nervous system of your body, They're also most definitely parts of your connections, your galactic connections, or what you could call your the central nervous system of your soul. So these are for universal and cosmic, galactic, and planetary connections. These have to do with the type of form or body that you would be in an incarnated state. So rather than being in between lives, if you and your twin decide that, yes, we will go to the fifth dimension, and you will have your light body with you, and what type of body is it that enables you to sense and feel and assimilate foods and essences and respirate? It is going to be this that dictates how you connect and where you connect, but important to know that right here at this level, you have all of those connections. So you have everything within you. Everything is seated within you, and the templates that you're integrating have been gifted by masters. And what does that mean? That means that entities who you might call ascended masters, but they are basically, some of them have been people in a body, some of them in a human body, and they've been to other places and they've gotten really good at it. And some of them have the mantle of different rays, which are a soul directive of an overlighting of what will be mastered and brought forth and given or gifted to others. So that's the importance of the rays. However, the other importance is that you're able to integrate templates that you may have never even tested out, and it's already been tested out and cleaned up, and you simply have to pull it in and customize it for your own union. This is really going to be a magical magical year for some people, because they will actually have fun with their beloved, feeling the sensations that go way beyond human 3D sex. This is your angelic and high-level lovemaking with so many orgasms available to you. And there really are, many women, but men also know this, that there are different types. And you're here to experience everything. You're here to be able to gather and pack up and go. And having cleaned and cleared and divested yourself of the karma. So, getting back to the how, this muscle, the PC muscle located in that spot at the pubic area, a series of movements similar to a jellyfish or a ray of light. And so when I've come home from an office and I am just feeling so overextended, my mouth is feeling worn out from being on the phone, and my back hurts, and I'm pretty sure that something's hurting my gut. And so what do? Well, one of the things that you do, and this is particularly if there is a prevalence of alcohol, drug use, and flirtations or sexual activity with your beloved, you tuck in your sacred sexual area. Okay, so you use this pulsing motion starting right there to get everything cleared. So you would start by laying down in your home, in a safe place, and you would start at this area. This would be your sacred sexual area. And you will initiate by first pulsing out from the part of you that's most in the front. And so when you relax, you will put your consciousness in there, and it's very easy to do by either speaking the word. You could say the word penis, or you could say the word clitoris, and it should take you right there. Have your eyes closed, focus within, and as you go there, you would begin by pulsing out from about a ½ an inch inside the surface of your body outwards. So once you've done this, you've pushed out and cleared out quite a bit of your sacred sexual area. Now you would go to pull back in and kind of self-contain your energies. So you reverse the direction once you feel that you've cleared and lightened up, and you pulse in, in, in. Now, when you are pulsing in from your clitoris or penis, you will feel that brought up to this area, to the area that you kiss. You may feel as though your lips press outward from inside and that they actually want to kiss your beloved. You might feel a kissing sensation. All right, the next places to pulse would be the left labia for most people. And if you feel an ache there, if you feel an ache in your female area, something that feels like menstrual cramps, or the kind of cramps when you have to use the bathroom and do number 2 or defecate, you will tuck in and you would say testy or labia, and on that left side. It takes some practice to do this. Be patient with yourself. Practice, practice, practice. You will tuck into about here. Now, the next thing to know is that you will actually have some sensations in the pubic area sometimes. And so what do you do with that? Well, I recommend you do this thing that I call the drawbridge, where you tuck in, and you press in. And as you tuck in that area, and for men it will be your pubic area, for women it will be by the uterus, and you pull in till it feels like tick. And you might feel something pop out. That's a good thing. That is damage or overextension that you're clearing out. Now the next place to clear will be the tailbone, and the same thing there. Put your focus into your tailbone and pull, tuck, tuck, pull up. Now where you will feel it will be here. You'll feel it rise up to about this level. And that's what you want, because this is going to pull up your energies, pull up into your heart, pull down from your head. Now, here is an important thing for you to do. Once you've done this, put yourself up, and this is both for men and women. Okay. Put your legs into a V shape. And as you do this, you've got your legs in a V shape, and you put your focus, if you're female, into the uterus and then the cervix. An interesting thing happens as the cervix is that little part of you that's shaped like a donut, and you pull up, up, up. This will alleviate headaches and tension. You'll literally feel things pop out of your skull in some ways. You'll also feel it by the cervical vertebrae. And this is important because your body is trying to connect itself to the high universal intelligence of the crystal mind. And this is so you don't have to carry a file cabinet all around with you. Your ego's gone. Your old mental state is gone. And you don't need that file cabinet. So clear yourself out. You're able then to connect here. This is where it is being connected to the medulla oblongata. If you do not pace yourself, if you do not give yourself time to do this, take the time at least once a day, but I recommend 3 times a day to do this, and you're pulling your energy in and you're clearing out. Now, if you are a man, and you're feeling overextended, you're feeling some heartache maybe, and you're feeling headaches, you feel like your twin is thinking and thinking and thinking, and you need to work. This is a very common response. And yeah, we do still have responsibilities. There's children, there's bills to pay, there's times that need to be, you take care of things, an emergency comes up. I understand, and so do your guides and angels understand, that there is a necessity to keep things going here and maintain. Some of you, your abundance isn't ready to kick in yet. You will get what you need, but your abundance is being created in your union with your beloved. So if you're a man, put your focus to your anus, and you would pulse up. So back in the anus, up, 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 and you should feel it connect to your head. Now, likewise, this is not simply just for men, for women, and again, this is going to boil down to what is your energetic makeup with your beloved in your union. If you are in a female body, but you are the masculine energy, if you are the holder of the divine masculine primarily, you may do some of the things that correspond to a male body. Likewise, if you are a male and you are primarily a holder of divine feminine energy or some blend of that, you could be, you know, feminine, feminine, masculine. You could be feminine, masculine, feminine. It doesn't matter. Use this as a tool. I have a detailed description in the webinar to explain to you how to do this. And it's very easy. Give it a try, practice, and you will find that you will have some alleviation. This will also contain your energies to the extent that it should stave off some of that sexual tension for your twin. There are many people who do not know what to do with all of the rising kundalini of the new earth and also of their own sexual tension. They're feeling it in the pelvic area in many places, not just the private part. Some people are feeling it as an ache. And a need to have sex. So rather than you white knuckling it and your twin white knuckling it or running out and having sex with a soulmate, because the next part is the eyes, and those wandering eyes, some of our soulmates are looking pretty good. The scars are off, the calluses are off, we can feel. Okay, help yourself, help your twin, and, you know, pull in your energy. It's going to be very easy for you. Thank you.